All right, Chuck, these are the figures you agreed to. This is your term, your rate, and your base monthly payment. You can take delivery of the vehicle at that base payment, but there's a lot of different choices available to you. It's my responsibility to go over those options with you. May I begin? By choosing the preferred option, you receive an extended service contract, 72 months, 75,000 miles. It's going to include 100% parts and labor, 100% mechanical breakdown. It's also going to include nationwide roadside assistance if your vehicle needs a tow, runs out of gas, anything like that. And if your car should be kept for overnight for any reason, you will get a free rental up to 5 days in a row. Also included the 3-for-1 tire and wheel protection. In the event that you hit any of those potholes out there, nail, screw, any kind of road hazard, they will repair or replace in a limited number of times. No deductible, your tire, wheel, and rim. This also does include glass protection if you get a chip in the glass or crack up to 6 inches. And paintless dent repair, any kind of dings or dents in the vehicle as long as it doesn't compromise the paint. They will fix that for you in a limited number of times. No deductible. You can bring the vehicle in here, or they'll actually come out to your house. Next is the GAP insurance. Are you familiar with GAP?
Yes.
Great. So as you know, as soon as you drive the vehicle off the lot, that's when it loses most of its value. In the event that your vehicle is totaled or stolen, not recovered, GAP will cover the difference between how much your insurance company is going to give you and how much you still owe the bank. They're also going to cover up to $1,000 of your deductible. GAP is especially important if you don't put 30% down or if you roll any inequity from your previous vehicle. Lastly is your Drivers Plus Ford maintenance program. In addition to oil changes, tire rotations, belts, hoses, they do cover brakes, 15,000 mile and 30,000 mile checkups. Ford developed this for their lease customers because they have to buy the vehicle back at the end. They want to make sure it's well maintained. Because of this, you pay about half as much as you would for maintenance on your own. These are your payment options here and here. Do you have any questions about any of these options before I move on to the next package? Great. The value package is going to give you everything the Preferred did, except you are forfeiting that Ford maintenance program. What that means to you, in addition to paying twice as much for your maintenance on your own, is you do risk forfeiting some of that Ford factory warranty. And by that I mean, imagine it's Christmas time. It's also time for either your 15 or 30,000 mile checkup. You push it off a couple months either because you're busy with the holidays or money's tight trying to get gifts. And transmission or something that would normally be covered goes wrong. Ford's going to say, had you gotten that 15 or 30,000 mile checkup, we would have seen the problem early. It wouldn't have developed into such a big issue, and they're not going to cover it. That $1,400 or whatever is going to be your responsibility. Those are your payment options there and there. Nextly, in the basic option, you're going to receive everything that the value option had, except you are forfeiting your GAP protection. What that means to you is, again, in the event of a total loss or theft, you're going to be responsible to pay the difference between what the bank gives you and how much you still, or how much your insurance company gives you and how much you still owe the bank. So you can imagine you're like one of our previous customers. He bought a brand new F-150, had a little bit of an equity from his previous Dodge Ram. Driving 95, he totaled his vehicle. The difference between how much he still owed the bank and how much the insurance company gave him was $11,000. So you have two choices at this point. You can either take the $11,000, stroke a check, come back into McCafferty, buy another vehicle. Or you can take the $11,000, your $1,000 deductible, plus your taxes and tags, and try to roll that in equity into a new vehicle. One, that's very difficult to do, but if you do have the excellent credit and you can get that done, you're going to be paying $300, $350 a month in your previous vehicle before even picking out a new one. Those are your payment options there and there. Lastly, in the a la carte menu, you will still be getting your Ford maintenance program, and you will get the tire and wheel protection. You are forfeiting the glass protection, so if you get those chips or the cracks up to 6 inches, and the paintless dent repair, all those dings and dents will be your responsibility. You are also forfeiting your extended maintenance plan. So if you're on vacation, away from home, driving down Route 1, check engine light comes on. You're going to be responsible to get the vehicle towed in somewhere. You're going to be responsible for all the parts, all the labor, and you're going to be responsible to get the vehicle towed in. All that cost would have been covered under your extended maintenance plan. You would have had just a low $100 deductible. Those are your payment options there and there. Do you have any questions about any of these options or packages? Which one works best for you? Great. Sign right there for me.